Hey folks, welcome back to Mass Effect with me, Beano81. If you remember, we have just landed on Eden Prime, the a human colony in space, as opposed to not being in space, but anyhow, and we're in search of a ancient device that may be able to advance both our own scientific explorations and that of our alien allies. However, the planet became under attack before we were able to land, and we've managed to fight our way here to a cargo train, which should take us to where this item is. Unfortunately, it seems the person who attacked took this train slightly before us, so here he is.
Set the charges, destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
So is that a bomb you're planting? So that's not very nice. Guys, can we kill this guy? Yep, let's just go kill. Ooh.
Demolition charges.
Or
the Geth must have planted them.
I believe there's 4 of these to disarm at a time.
Down.
Turn my TV down a bit so you can't hear the game sound over my mic, as well as through the recording. Alright, looks like we're safe this side. However, I'm taking hits, so get into cover. Oh, Caden needs a heal there. So that grenade did a nice bit of damage, along with Caden and Ashley's fire there. Okay, let's get rid of the shield first. It's not nice to have the extra cover. Oh, I did it. I was doing this yesterday when I was recording the last episode. I keep pressing R to reload, but it actually fires bombs. Or throws grenades. Down. And Ashley's down. For saying she's our pure soldier, she's not very strong yet. Oh! Get rid of that guy. It's not nice to shoot explosive at people, Mr. Geth, sir. And I'm out of grenades. There we go. Disarm this. Oh, and Caden's down as well, and since they're not up there, actually should probably be a bit more careful. That means there's still a Geth around. Oh no, never mind. Heal them up. And where's the other bombs? Here's one. And we've got one left and 2 minutes 30 to disarm it. That should be fairly easy. Nice few items from that crate.
I've lost shields.
Yeah, well, you're alright for now. Oh! Christ! Hate those things. Right, I need to heal up now, so I'm going to heal myself as well. Well, heal the full squad, but doing that because I need a heal, really. Where's this last bomb? Ah! Almost missed that. Anyhow, where, oh, it's on the map. Oh, is it up there? I've gone the wrong way, and I've got a minute 30 to get there. I should be alright. If only... Apparently, disarming, like having bombs to disarm isn't enough for Shepard to sprint. It's only when she's in combat she can sprint. That's prioritising, nice prioritising there, Shepard. Anyhow. Okay. Got a minute to go. I keep pressing the sprint button, all it does is make the camera move out slightly. Okay. I missed this one when I went past it. There we go. Doop de doop de doo. And up. Okay then. So before we go, and I believe we can go look at that device now. I think I saw it down there. The beacon we're after. Before we do that though, I'm just going to have a quick look around, make sure I'm not missing anything. Doop-de-doo. I didn't get a full look around, full look at everything down here, so... Whew, bit of a walk. This is what I hate. There's one thing I hate about this game. You really need to... I think they should have kept the sprint in, even if you're not in combat. I suppose it's not very military-like to be rushing around everywhere. You're supposed to be more careful in like when combat's a possibility. In combat, of course, you want to be sprinting around, but outside of combat, you want to be able to, you know, move slowly. And if you're sprinting, you're more likely to rush into an ambush, aren't you? Anyway, it looks like the Prothean beacon. It's, very nice, very interesting. Let's look at it.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up. Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
I'd guess it was the guy, Saren, the Turian, sorry, that came for it. Oh, hey, stop! No, what? It's stealing my soldier. Quick, retrieve her. And out. Now it's stealing me. Somebody retrieve me.
Shepard!
No, don't touch it. It's too dangerous.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
Temper tantrum.
This human must be eliminated.
You know, that subtitle knew what he was going to say before he said it. I'm impressed. They're very perceptive, those subtitles.
Dr. Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
I'm okay.
Minor throbbing. Nothing serious. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
Yeah, but she wanted to know.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
That's good of them.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
Yeah, it did seem like there was some sort of dreaming happening.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, but unfortunately we lost a soldier.
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
No option to say we feel bad about Nihilus. Why is Williams here? She was stationed on the planet.
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Well, despite all her falling down during combat, she did provide a bit of decent fire on the enemy, I suppose.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Yeah, but all those stuff those Geth did as
Intel
well.
dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
What do you want to
said
say?
you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invaded. The Council's going to want answers.
We did everything by the book.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain.
Nothing was
Hopefully
done
the
wrong.
Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
How much?
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
The vision might be something to it.
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I have absolutely no clue.
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
And say what?
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
Yeah?
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
Understood?
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the ambassador. and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Right. Well, is there anybody to have a quick word to on way up to see Joker? By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this last time. Speaking of Joker, I'm wondering if any of you recognise his voice. His voice actor's fairly famous by now. I'll let you think on an L. I'll give you the answer as soon as we go speak to him. Anyhow, let's have a quick talk to Ashley.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Yeah, he'll be missed.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
She wasn't even there when Jenkins died. She had nothing to do with it.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. That means a lot from you. I've never met anyone who was awarded the Star of Terra.
Oh, shield not.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
It's always easier having a third man and woman in the squad, though, so she definitely did help out at least a little.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Not that much,
Thanks,
but, you know,
Commander.
it's fine.
I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
It's good to have
I
a...
think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
What about Dr. Chakwas?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Let's find out about her.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
What about Captain Anderson?
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
That's always good. How about Caden?
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
Oh, what?
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
Like what?
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Wow, when migraines are lucky. That's definitely some bad side effects. Anyhow,
I should go.
She's gonna
Goodbye,
about to say so. How about you though, Caden? Mr. L2?
Good to see you're okay, Commander.
Nothing to say other than that, it seems. This would be the captain's room. Has he got anything else to say?
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Yep, will do. Okay, let's head up to the bridge then, and speak to Joker. But yeah, so what I was saying about him is voice actor. He's a pretty good actor. You might recognise him, his voice from shows such as Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Family Guy. More recently, actually, a show that I've just started watching, which this was the wrong way. Doop-de-doo. But yeah, show I've started watching recently is one that he's been making with the actor who played Phoebe's brother from the old sitcom Friends. And it's called Dads, and it's actually really hilarious, I've got to say. I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, the actor in question, is, if you haven't guessed from all my hints there, is Seth Green. He plays Oz in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, at least for season 2 and 3 and part of 4. He plays what's his face? The elder son in Family Guy. I should know that name. And it obviously
Good
stays
timing,
in
Commander.
Dad's
I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
And this would be one of the Mass Effect relays, which we use to travel across the large portions of space. And that means Citadel. What looks like a civilization built on a giant metallic claw.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
Does not
I'm
look
just saying,
like
you
a
need
normal.
firepower too.
Like, I don't know why,
Look
but
at
that just doesn't
monster.
look like
its
a
main gun could rip through the
ship
barriers of any
should,
ship in the Alliance
to me.
fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower, Normandy out.
Sorry, just had to yawn there.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
So it looks like we are hopefully getting to explore this Citadel a bit then. This is basically the hub of the entire...
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Maybe not, but he's very
Saren's
dangerous.
a threat to
especially
every
if
human
innocent.
colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
That's why everybody hates politicians. That's useful. Okay. Just give it a quick save. And let's have a look at this PC. Since he stepped out of his office, gives us a chance to hack into his Facebook account and do a bit of fraping. Or not. I'm not a very talented frapist, unfortunately. Anyhow, we'll get enough Omnigel to do that at some point. In fact, I might just do that now. How much do I need? It doesn't say. So, basically, Omnigel, you can use it if you fail something like that. You can use Omnigel to do it automatically. Well, you don't even need to fail it. You can just use Omnigel to avoid the minigame. But to get Omnigel, you basically meltdown equipment. Let's have a quick look at what we've got. I will give... Actually, I'll give Ashley the best one here. She can have that. And I will melt down the one. Okay, that gets me 21. Is that enough? Nope. So I'll try and get 25 now. I'll take that. I'm not giving myself a too decent one because I just don't use the assault rifle. And I'm not very skilled at it, being a infiltrator. It's too inaccurate a weapon for an infiltrator, really. There we go, easy description, overrides using 25. Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol of the Argus Row cluster. She had particular concerns about the Hydra system, but was recalled before her team could investigate further. No patrols are scheduled for that sector. Do we want to send in a recon team? That'll be a report that the ambassador received then, and we're just nosying into. And it'll be a side quest for later on, I'm sure. That's pretty much how you pick up side quests throughout this. One of the ways you can pick up side quests throughout this game. You really need to look around everywhere. If you see something that's hackable, you want to hack into it, and you might get something out of it. Chances are you're going to. What's happening here?
Alright. I will look into it for you. In the meantime, do not do anything rash.
What's up?
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
We might be able to help.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
Started what?
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
We might look into that for this guy. You know, if there's a good deed to do, we might as well do it. Let's look, talk to this guy.
Greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Yeah, you can tell me why you speak. So,
why do you
strangely
explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
That's a little rude.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
So, what
Tell me
about
more
the
about your
Elcor?
species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Let's talk about your history then.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
How about the culture?
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups. Though we are always welcoming to outsiders, our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
And I'm guessing that this guy must be an ambassador for them then.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the L-Corps groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Well, looks like we've got everything we can out of this guy, though, so we'll leave it
Goodbye,
there.
Ambassador.
Sincere farewell.
And I'd like to talk to this
you,
guy.
human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
But it does seem like this episode has run on a little long already, so I'm going to call it here, and we'll start off next episode by talking to this rude little chap over here and seeing what he has to say. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the episode, folks. I will catch you later.